So this video is about adding upsells to boost profits. Now remember, if you're selling on a site like Amazon.com or maybe with an affiliate offer, you can't add extra upsells. But if you're running your own offer for any kind of product through your own shopping cart, if you use the right shopping carts, the ones that are recommended to this module, you can add upsells. So first off, what is an upsell? Now an upsell is basically somebody buys a front-end product. Say for example, if you're selling let's say a muscle building ebook. That's your product. You're teaching people how to lift weights, how to build muscle. And they're like, nice, you've really sold them on that, you've targeted your ads correctly, you've driven them to a good landing page, they bought your product. And a lot of people, believe it or not, in business, a lot of people are like, okay, cool, I got that front end sale, we're good to go, let's kind of go on with business. But you're leaving a lot of money on the table because there are a good percentage of people that'll buy your front end offer, but then will also want to buy other products. So the question is how you present those other products to those people without hurting that front end offer. The best way to do it is with upsells. So an upsell is basically an offer presented after the initial sale. And it allows you to add more value, add additional dollar revenue per order, just basically for free because they've already bought your front end product, so that's no longer in question. Now it's just a matter of will they buy these other offers that you create. Now a couple sites that have done this massively, number one is GoDaddy. You go to them, you buy a domain, they'll ask you if you want to buy privacy, they'll ask you if you want to buy additional years registration for that domain, if you want to buy web hosting, if you want to buy email hosting, they'll ask you if you want to buy all these different things. Or if you've ever bought a computer online, for example, from Dell.com or Apple.com, you'll buy the computer, then they'll ask if you want to buy like an upgraded mouse or upgraded keyboard or any other sort of things that they can get you to buy that basically add additional value to your order. So the reason people upsell is because with paid advertising, not everybody's doing paid advertising, but you will be with Facebook ads. So if you're doing paid advertising, sometimes your upsells can be the difference between you making a lot of money or even being profitable versus losing money or sort of just floundering along and it not being that big of an impact in your business. But by adding upsells, sometimes you can double your profits or even more just by adding those in there one time and never having to add them in there again. They basically are just there and they're presented every time somebody orders from you. So first off, what sort of increase in profit can you see from adding upsells? It can be anywhere from 20% up to 100% or more increase in profit. I'll show you an example down at the bottom of numbers from my actual live campaigns, or a campaign I'm running right now. 20 to 100% increase in profit by adding upsells to your offer. So for example, you may be buying Facebook ads, and if you don't have upsells, then you may be losing money. But if you added upsells and you increase it by 20 to 100%, all of a sudden you're profitable, life is good, you start scaling out your campaigns and literally change your life by adding upsells. This is why they're so critical. I literally will not work with any shopping cart out there if it does not have the ability to add upsells. So the most effective type of upsell is what's called a one-click upsell. Now a lot of sites use these. Like Vistaprint uses them. You go there and you buy a bunch of business cards, for example, and they'll have like a countdown timer after you've already checked out, and they'll say, hey, click this one button and get another, say 500 business cards for half price, and only if you do it in the next like 15 minutes. So that's one example. There's a lot of other shopping carts that you'll learn about in this module that have the ability to do upsells. But a one-click upsell specifically means that somebody has already bought, paid for, entered credit card information on the initial transaction, so that's done. You don't ever have to worry about losing that. And then the upsell is presented where they only have to click one button, one link, hence the one-click aspect of this. They click one link, and then all of a sudden they add something else to their order. So remember going back to the muscle building example, you're teaching people how to build muscle with a ebook that teaches them all that sort of stuff. They buy that, it's all good. Then the upsell you present, for example, could be a bench press guide. Here's how to increase your bench press by 50 pounds over the next 2 months. It's not really included in the initial offer, but it's something else for people that are interested in that. And you may have 30% of people that take that, and it may increase your profit, overall profit per every sale, by 20 to 100%. Now, there are some upsells you have to watch out for in some certain shopping carts that aren't as effective and are not going to be considered one click. For example, there may be like a pop-up window while someone's checking out to get them to add something else to their order. That's not going to be as effective and it's not going to generate as much money. So that's not a one-click upsell, which is why this is the most effective. So the best things to upsell, you're like, okay, cool, yeah, I understand the value of doing upsells. Now, what do I offer? I'm already selling my first product. What do I come up with for this other product? A lot of times, depending on the product, it can be more of the same exact product. If you're selling a physical product, selling more of it's pretty straightforward. Hey, you want another 2, 3, 10 units? I'll give you a discount one time right now. If you click this button and you upsell, I'll give you more of them at a massive discount. That's a good upsell, and a lot of times the most powerful one. The other thing to upsell is similar products or complementary products. Like I mentioned with the muscle building example, you taught them how to build muscle. Now here's how to increase your bench press. It's not the same product again, but it's a similar product that's related. Those are the best upsells. Sometimes when people do this, they don't really know what they're doing. They'll just add random products that aren't really as related as they should be just because they're like, if people take them, nice. If they don't, whatever. But you're trying to ramp up your average order value so you can spend more on advertising, scale up your advertising faster. So more of the same product or similar products are likely going to be your best upsells. Now, like I said, I was going to give you a bit of an example. So I, run lots of Facebook advertising myself and lots of paid traffic myself. So without upsells on one of the offers I'm running right now, without upsells, if I didn't have any upsells, the average order value would be about $91. So, that's okay. It's not too bad. So $91 every time somebody hits the site, and if they're targeted traffic, I'll get $91. So with upsells, the average order value is $146. That's a massive increase. That's nearly 60% more because I added upsells. Now, this is the difference between the campaigns being profitable and the campaigns not being profitable. So this can show you that adding upsells is extremely important. Don't be lazy. Don't just try to skip over this part because it's almost as important as what you're selling to begin with.